My name is Joel Friedman, and I'll be your monitor. And looking forward to talking to these fine gentlemen. So let's begin. I just want to welcome both of you, and
Thank
maybe
you.
do a quick introduction, and we'll get to the questions. Ali, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Joel. My name is Ali Berjawi. I'm with Pita Land since 2016, and I'm the marketing manager right now. I'm happy to be on the webinar today for Pita Land.
Excellent, excellent. And Cameron?
Joel, thank you very much. It's a privilege and an honor to be here and to be able to answer all the questions or any and all the questions that people who have joined us. My name is Kamran Malik. I'm the operations manager for Pita Land. Over 25 years of experience in food service operations. And my responsibilities are basically everything operations. So whether it's rolling out menu, new menu implementation, or compliance issues, if there are any. So yeah.
And you're not in you're based in Toronto, but today you're not in Toronto.
Today I am actually joining you guys from BC, from Abbotsford, to be exact. So I'm here to open a store.
Excellent, excellent. And BC is a great market for Pita Land. So
Amazing market, and it's growing faster than
We already
we
have two
anticipated.
open there, right?
Yeah.
so you will be there. You told me for 5 days, and you're going to get no sleep the next 5 days.
Yeah. Actually, 7 days.
7 days.
Yeah, 7 days. Yeah, and 5 more days to go. We are hopefully, fingers crossed, we are opening tomorrow. Very excited. We're all set. And yeah, and great franchisees, great operators. I think they're going to do extremely well. We're very excited.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll get right about into the questions. And again, feel free, both of you, to answer this question. I'm going to just shoot the questions out, and whoever want to answer or wants to add, feel free
Mhm.
to add. So shawarma, Middle Eastern, there's lots of other brands out there, and I just want to understand what makes your brand unique compared to some of the other brands in the industry.
Ali, you want to take a
Yeah, I
shot at
can.
it?
Yeah, I can answer that. So, what makes us unique among our competitors, okay, is that we have authentic recipes, the customization we offer, right? The freshness and the quality, right? These are some of the things that makes us unique from others, right? It's not processed food, right? And our menu is halal, okay? And it's a big niche and a growing niche, right? In the market in Canada right now. Okay, we have a diverse menu items. That was makes there's something for anybody. If you're vegetarian, there's an option. If you're a meat lover, if you're a chicken lover, right? These are things that makes us unique. While we always provide quality and the customer service makes people come back again, and it's healthy. That's what makes us unique.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know the when I went in there, what I liked about the brand was what made you unique compared to when I went to some of the competitors is just your speed of service was always great. And the sim
Mhm.
even though the menu is not small, it seems like a very, and talking to some of your franchisees, is a very simple menu with a not a lot of ingredients to make it complicated. Any comment on that, Kamran?
Well, Ali encompassed it beautifully. I just wanted to add the uniformity of product, which is very unique, so whichever pita line you go to, you get the same quality, the same ingredients, and the speed of service, which is extremely important from the operations point of view. We can move lines very quickly. So, like in any market, in every market, be it hospitals, we are in hospitals, we are in universities, which we are in malls. where busload of people come in at the same time. They want food almost at the same time. So the lunch rush or the dinner rush window is very narrow, and yet we can move lines without compromising the quality. So those are very important factors, and we can certainly deliver. And then the last thing is that we can also at the same time the franchisees, we ensured that they have the work-life balance. So we have taken that guesswork and the hard work out of their lives. We can train, and we just make sure that by the time the store opens, they're fully ready. And that way they have a good work-life balance, and they're not like slaves to their work.
Excellent, excellent. Now, tell me a little bit about how the brand evolved. I mean, you've been around now for a very long time. Where did it begin? Maybe tell us a little bit of the history and the founder.
All right, yeah, I can help you with that, Joel. So it all began in the early 2000s, around 2002, when the owner, Mr. Medifami, he had the vision of, you know what, he wanted to open a halal shawarma restaurant, which brings the taste of home, right? Because it wasn't available, right? It wasn't available, and it wasn't available in halal. So from there, he started having the idea, and our first store opened actually in downtown Toronto, okay, in 2003. Okay. And then they perfected the system. They made a system that is successful, and they started franchising in 2007. Okay. Since then, we've grown in the GTA market, from the downtown store to the GTA market to Ontario, actually. And now we have stores opening in BC. Our third store opening tomorrow, fingers crossed, with Cameron there. And we even opening up in the East End in Moncton as well, right? So it has evolved from a local shop with a vision of bringing taste of back home, okay, to a 50 plus locations across the country and expanding.
So, yeah, quite a history. You don't see a lot of brands, over 20
Mm.
years being around. So, and very, like you say, a diverse menu,
Yeah.
diverse company. So that's amazing. So how did you do that? Like 20 years. I mean, how do you adapt? How does a brand adapt to the new changing in the markets? I mean, how are you guys adapting to the new trends?
So, like with any business, right, you have to adapt to the changing trends of the customers, right? Because that's who you're serving, right? And the technology, right? You have to look at both these things, right, from R&D and marketing research, right, to put your best foot forward to become the go-to place for our products, which is shawarma, falafel, kebabs, and gira, and much more.
So, with that being said, I
Mm,
know I've been in lately
mm,
going into a couple of Pita Lands. I've seen some new products and development. Maybe tell me a little bit of how you bring in. I mean, I saw some new coffee, I saw some sundaes. Maybe talk about the menu developments and how you come up with that.
Yeah, Cameron can talk about that specifically for
Sure,
the
yeah,
operations.
absolutely. So in addition to the main menu, and we are continuously doing R&D. We are attending trade shows. We make sure what are the innovations or innovational products which are coming in the markets. We are very aware of that. We stay very current with regards to the latest equipment that's coming in the market. Then we have also mastered and perfected some additional plugin modules. So in addition to the main menu, which is obviously shawarma related stuff, which has a broad spectrum of menu items, we have also perfected additional modules. So coffee, whichever market requires that, we can plug in or bring in the coffee program or dessert program or breakfast, for example. So a hospital stores where it's kind of required, or we have a store which is uh, at the like at the street level of a high-rise building. And in the morning, it's in downtown Toronto. In the morning, people are going to the offices. They want to grab like a breakfast to go or whatever. And so that market dictated that we should have a breakfast module implemented. That store opens at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. University is another example. Hospitals, there we have breakfast. Then university has a dessert menu. Our rural stores, rural area stores, dessert program is doing very well. So we have the new store, which is at Humber College, for example. There we have a full dessert menu rolled out, doing extremely well. So we have the additional plug-in modules which we can bring into play as the market dictates.
And how do you implement them? Maybe when you come up with an idea, how do you implement these menu changes? Because again, you're dealing with a lot of franchisees and
Yeah. So these are, we roll it out very carefully. We obviously spend a lot of time in the R&D. And then after that, we do soft rollouts in different markets just to see that what is the response. And sometimes it also depends on the speed of service, that is it getting compromised because of the speed of service or compromising the speed of service itself? So all of those factors come into play. Somewhere, in some markets, we don't have the luxury of taking additional 3, 4, 5 minutes. That's just not there. So people are on a strict timeline. Again, going back to hospital market or university. So, but we do try in different markets, and then depending on where the response is better than the other, then we roll it out in those stores.
so excellent. So you said you started the franchise program a long time ago, and you're a franchise-driven company. Let's talk about a little bit about the franchise program. We may get back to some of the other things about the corporation, but you're there now. You're there now in Abbotsford.
Yes.
Maybe explain how the franchisee, once they've signed up, what the next steps are. They've signed up. We have a location. Maybe talk about the training part of it off, and maybe part when you get to the store.
Yeah. So we start training. Like we are, I think, a market leader when it comes to training and post-opening support, the store opening and the post-opening support. I don't think I have seen any franchise concept which comes even close to the way we support. And the reason is we want to make sure that the franchisees are set up for success. Mandated training is 200 hours per person. So if there are 2 owners, 3 owners, then we train them all. And but that is mandated. Now, some franchisees, they require more. They require more assistance. We are happy to provide that. Like we don't want to go and say, well, your 200 hours are up and you're done. Because if they are not set, they're not ready, then we don't give up on them. We just make sure that they are fully trained and they are comfortable and they're, like set for success. And then after that, just an example, I'm here in Abbotsford to open the store. Then we do the opening assistance, and then post-opening, the stores which opened 2 months ago still get a call from me every day, still get a visit from me every week, at least. And then we discuss what are the areas then if marketing needs to get involved, or there are areas which we feel that marketing can contribute a little more, Ali goes in, visits them, bring his expertise and ideas. So there is a whole team dedicated. We have digital marketing coordinator who is just doing this job, nothing else. And he goes with Ali, and then based on his directions, executes a plan.
So it sounds like there's a lot of support pre.
Yes.
What about ongoing support? Have you introduced anything upgraded with the technology, the POS, anything that makes it unique that you'd like to let the community today know about?
Of course. So POS, definitely. And we are constantly doing, so it's not that we have brought in a technology and then we become complacent. No, we are constantly looking into ways where we can either have better pricing or the technology gets better. Where Ali is right now looking into different ways of doing marketing straight from the store to the end consumer. But other than that, we are constantly bringing new ideas to the franchisees, retraining them. So absolutely, yeah. I think that pretty much covered, unless I missed something, Ali.
And yeah, like end of the day, the franchisee success is our success, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is what we'd like to see. We'd like to see them succeed. So we're there with them from step one, since they find out about Pita Land and sign up to the rest of their time with Pita Land, right? And that's what we've seen, as we have lots of multi-unit operators, right? And if they're not successful, they won't be opening more locations, and excited.
Excellent. So let's talk about a few things. You mentioned some of the questions that I'm going to, but multi-unit. Is that important to Pita Land? Do you support that? What type of percentage are your franchisees multi-unit?
We do like multi-unit operation is very important. Okay, and like everybody in the business, we usually offer it. But for us, we have between like 15 to 20% of our franchisees are multi-unit operators. Okay, and we have some of the franchisees are still looking for their second and their third locations in the areas that they want, right? It's always good to have the right candidate for that location, especially when we're looking for a multi-unit operator from the get-go, if that's what their vision is, right? We have to make sure that they are up for it, because it's a unique opportunity for them to expand their portfolio and their business.
So that's good to hear, especially to our community, with that
Yeah.
I guess it's sometimes great that when an investor comes in, that they have the ability to own more than one location. Let's go to then, would you, and you have lots of franchisees in your system, what would
Yeah.
be an ideal franchisee out there? Based on, all the franchisees you now have, what are your some of the traits of your most successful franchisees, or what do you look for when we sign up new franchisees?
Sorry, Ali, you want to, or
Yeah,
want
you
to
can go ahead. Yeah, because with the operations, right? So you have hand-to-hand dealings with them.
Yes. Well,
Ali just wants them to follow the marketing plan.
I want to follow marketing plan. I want them to follow the guidance from our operations team, right?
Well, great customer service. These are the two traits. Great customer service and the willingness to learn and the willingness to deliver great customer experience. If these two things, if you can deliver on these two things, we promise, that we can train. We can make it very easy for you. We can do all the hand holding. you don't need to be a culinary expert in order to become a franchisee. Absolutely not. We have taken this guesswork over years of R&D and years of research. We have taken this guesswork out of the franchisees' hands, and we make sure that the customer and their end experience is the same wherever they go. So all we are looking for, of course, like some business acumen, that comes hand in hand, the financial strengths, that obviously, so these are all given. These are pretty standard with every franchise. But what we are passionate about is if you can deliver on good customer service and just bring in the willingness to learn. That is it.
Which brings us to how do you maintain with 50 stores? You have stores in Ontario, you have stores in BC. How do you maintain the consistency? I have some people on the call today from Regina, from BC. How do you get the food over there, and how do you do the consistency that what's happening in BC, it's happening the same in Ontario? Maybe Kamran.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So we are for the markets which are out of province, we split the items, the food items particularly, into two: the proprietary items and the non-proprietary items. The non-proprietary items being particularly more related to the paperware, etc., and the containers, as compared to the proprietary items. And that is where we have already established a supply line so that the franchisees, they still get their products, but those products are shipped to them from Ontario at the moment, because we want to still make sure that the uniformity is there. Having said that, we are looking into, and as a matter of fact, Ali and I, we are working on this, to speed up the process of establishing local food service distributors in BC and even in New Brunswick, so coast to coast. But the product, we don't compromise on the product quality and the uniformity. And that is the reason why, be it in Kamloops or Kelowna or Abbotsford, or we have a store in Nanaimo, they get the same product, and the customer gets the same experience and the same quality.
Yeah, I found one of the
That's
things.
correct.
Sorry, Ali, do you want to?
No. I was just affirming about the quality across the chain, right? If they're in Ontario, you're going to go visit Pita Land, you're visiting it in Nanaimo on the islands, you get the same experience of freshness and quality.
Yeah, I was going to say I've been to several Pita Lands on my tour around, and I was amazed how I went to one store, the quality was exactly the same as the quality in the other store. Even taking the shawarma, and I don't know if there's a right form how they carve it out, or a right name how they carve it out. It's very consistent, the same amount. It went in from one to the other. So operations, I commend you on training the franchisees, because it's a very difficult part of it. Let's talk about marketing a little bit on digital marketing. What is your strategy? Is it paper? Clicks? Is it digital? And then I want to get into what type of loyalty programs you have, and talk about Uber and Skip the Dishes and what programs there.
So as any other business, we have a mixture of digital and paper marketing, right? Like we use some the online platforms that we have at our disposal, right? If it's from Meta to TikTok to Google products, right? So those gives you the digital awareness, right, and the targeting and the areas that you're looking for. At the same time, you can't forget the local store marketing if it's from the curbside signs to the flyers to the coupons going out, right? Because in different areas, the demographics is different, right? And how they take their news, how they get their offers, right? We have some communities that still prefer newspapers and they'll read a newspaper, right? Or they'll actually get a flyer. And you have some people that will just put the flyer out, you know what? Just here you go, and they're recycling, right? So we make sure that we target each area in the best way,
Excellent.
right? We've
Um,
been on CP24, we've done transits, right? There's different avenues that we have worked with and sponsorships and things to make sure that we are representing our brands.
which is excellent. What about a loyalty program? Do you have any loyalty programs in your
We do
system?
have,
Okay.
yeah, we do have our loyalty program currently. It's through our POS system, right? And
Okay.
we've had it for years, right? We've had a loyalty program. Right now, you can actually download our Pita Land app, our current app, and you can place an order and you can receive points. You can go to the store, scan your profile, and you can get points to get a free item or a discounted item, right? Because at the end of the day, you're trying to build that relationship with the customer. You know what? You come to Pita Land, you get that amazing experience, you get the quality food, and you're getting a reward for it. Then they'll come back again, right? This is what makes us unique.
Excellent. And I'm sure you're on probably Ubers, Skip the Dishes. Um,
Yeah, we're on Uber, Skip the Dishes, DoorDash, right? We work with all those third parties to get the best offers for the stores, and if there's any marketing advertisement, we can work with the third parties for the benefits of the store. We do that. We advocate, end of the day, we advocate for our franchisees.
so let's talk about what it takes to get into a franchise. Every franchisor has a franchise fee and
Mhm.
cost to build out and ongoing royalties and ad funds. Maybe one of you could tell me what the
That's true.
franchise fee is?
Yeah, I can take it from here if you want.
Okay.
Our franchise fee is one of the lowest in the market, which is 25,000. Okay. You have a total investment you need to build the store from 277,000 to 500,000, all depending on the type of location, the size of the location. Okay. If it's in a hospital, you need special equipment is different than a regular storefront. So that's why we have that range. Okay. Those are the initial fees, right? And to build the store. And then you have the ongoing fees. Okay. You have the royalty fee. And as I mentioned about our franchise fee, our royalty fee is one of the lowest in the market. Okay. It's 5%. Okay. Our marketing fee is 2%.
So
Okay.
that's excellent. I mean,
So these are, yeah, like if you go right now, you'll see everybody charging more, right? As we said, we want the stores to succeed. We want them to open more locations, and we advocate for them. Right?
yeah, I was just going to say, I've been in this franchising business a while, and your franchise fee is lower than your even your competitors.
Mhm.
In certain cases, it's 50% lower.
Yeah,
You guys keep keep the cost down. And I know that's probably on your mind, and cost is cost, and you have to spend money to get a great product. I was in your
that's
one of
correct.
your newest stores, and I commend your design team. It's a beautiful store. It was the
Thank
Humber,
you very much.
and just the
Yeah,
design, the furniture, the way the counter
yeah,
outlined.
like all of that is included in the total cost of build out that I told you, right? Like from the build out to the equipment to the designs to the opening inventory, the lease, all of that is included in the number that I shared.
So maybe tell me, we talked about how you're maintaining the brand. To me, when I look at, and this is probably an ops question, it really seems difficult to run this on a day-to-day basis. But when I spoke last week to a franchisee, he was saying no, it didn't take a lot of staff. It didn't, there is a key there. And he said one of the keys is just that you use multi-items for multi-product. There's not, maybe explain that of how you keep your system so simple.
That's a trade secret, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, actually, we that is where the research and development. Our franchisor is very passionate about, of course, quality, but also is mindful of the work-life balance. That the franchisees, they should be able to obviously enjoy their business is the underscore enjoy their business and not be like dreading that, okay, you know what, now that I've got this business, I'm going to eat, sleep, and live there as well. So we have those systems and the uniformity. So obviously there are some, truly I said it half jokingly, but there are some systems which are proprietary, be it the way to marinate the meat or the pre-marinated where we come in and make it easier for them. So it can be done with a minimum amount of time, in the minimum amount of time, with the minimum amount of effort. So yes, the bases are the same, the proteins get changed. So there is a lot of that marketing innovations that come in where you offer a wide array of menu items with the minimum amount of effort. I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah,
There are obviously some things which are kind of
I heard. Yeah,
trade secrets.
secret. So buy a franchise and you can release them to
Yeah.
them.
No, we
Um,
are actually, you know what, more than happy to invite anybody who is interested. We would love for them to come in and experience it before even signing on the dotted line. So we would love for them to come and enjoy the food. We are confident. We have nothing to hide. We are confident that once you come in, visit, and try the food, that really 100% of the time we stand behind it. We say, you know what, our food is simply the best, and we are not modest about it. We we are, we say it with a little bit of contempt, I would say.
so you have a different variety of, like you were saying, you have in hospitals, you have in universities, you have in street front stores. How do you determine what the right real estate is? And maybe is there a process who takes care to find the real estate?
Yes, so we have a dedicated real estate team with strong relationships with the major landlords. Okay, so we get early access to the location. At the same time, when we get a location or a prospective location, we have our team doing research, right? Demographic studies and all of that to see is it the right fit, right, for our Pita Land.
Yeah, and you probably, like anything you do, like you said, is demographic studies, making
Mm.
sure that it adapts. But really, I guess the concept, can adapt to anywhere. Really, it seems to me a very
Yeah,
adaptable concept.
right. Like if like we have our stores from small food courts, right? From malls to the university to the hospital, right? So our business is adaptable to the space that's are available.
So where do you see this company going? I mean, your long-term growth or your long-term vision of the company. Anybody
Yeah,
else?
so we have, if you, Kamari, would you like to answer that or?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So we are right now looking at a very, as a matter of fact, very keenly. We are not in a hurry, but we are looking at any and all the markets. Surprisingly, we were, like a lot of interest was shown from BC to Alberta to the Maritimes. So we are, however, we are in no rush, but at the same time, we want to bring that Mediterranean food experience in all the relevant markets and where the demand is. So currently, at the same time, we don't want to leave the market with gaps in it. So we want to fill it at the right time when the opportunity arises, that those gaps needs to be plugged and availed right away. So we are very aware, very conscious of all these factors, but at the same time, very excited the way the interest is being shown. Maritimes, for example, we are already in the process of opening a store there, the first store. BC is showing amazing growth, and the GTAJ area.
Yeah.
Like even in BC, a point like we get messages on Instagram. Oh, when are you going to open this area? Because they've tried our food in one city in BC, and they want to bring it up to in their area. That's how, you know what, they eat a bite, they have that experience, and they want to make sure, you know what, they can always have it near them.
So I want to, where I always like to keep this 45 minutes just
Yeah.
because of it's people's lunch time they do it and, everybody is. I see no questions and it always, we've gone through a lot of probably their answers, their questions and you've answered them. Maybe, we have someone here from the marketing, someone from the operation. Maybe personally, what advice do you give to potential franchisees coming in that want to buy Pita Land? What to look for? Whatever is in your mind that you want to share with the community out there.
Well, from operations point of view, and of course, Ali, I'm sure is going to have his ideas about this. I really would like you to come over, guys. Come over, try our food, look at Pita Land, talk to the franchisees, but come over, try our food. And like I said, operations is easy. We deliver quality. We can train people very, very quickly. And as long as you can deliver on the customer service and you have willingness to learn, the rest is easy.
Excellent. Thank you, Karam. Ali, any final thoughts?
Yeah, like what Kamara was saying, the willing to learn and adapt, right? You have to be out there. You can't be shy, right? If it's talking to the franchisees and asking them questions, going visit Pita Land to see is it the right fit, and same time, hopefully it is the right fit for everybody. And when you come to Pita Land, when you're in your store, you need to have that energy, right? Energy for your team, energy for the customers, right? This is the main thing I would say, right? That will make sure, you know what, you attract the customers, you're able to communicate, your customer base.
So that's very important. Customer driven. Great views. Two different views, yet you both had a same common areas is both customer service, quality, and go out and market. So I thank you both. Karam, I won't keep you. I know you it's 3 hours back, but you have a store to
Yes.
open and get ready. So I'll let you go. And Ali, I'm sure you have lots of things to market today. Thank you both. And I look forward to everybody that's been on the call to reach out to us, take the invite. We do have, for everybody that's in Ontario. We do have an open house on Thursday from 4 to 7. You will be getting a email after this meeting to invite you to the open house. So we've taken Karam's advice and invited you all to the open house. For the people in Regina and BC, you'll have to go to Abbotsford and some other locations. In Regina, you choose. It's winter here, so maybe go out to BC. Anyways, take care. Have a great
Thank
afternoon.
you so much for having us. Thank you so much for having us over here and giving us the opportunity. Thank you.